Oh my goodness. I just officially signed my offer letter for Hey y'all, today is February 21st, 2023. It is 2:28 p.m. y'all. And I want to bring y'all along for my housing process. I'm currently trying to buy a house in DC, the place where I was born and raised. And since I'm a DC resident, they have a program called HPAP, where they give you housing assistance. It's a housing assistance program. So I'm on my way to, so the process goes, you have to do an orientation. It's like an hour or 2 hour orientation. You have to do an 8-hour class. Usually it's split in 4 and 4, but I got to go the first time that they did this. My counselor did a whole 8-hour class, so I just did it in one day and got it over with. And then I put my stuff in, my paperwork in. And so I'm gonna tell y'all more about what happened after I sent my paperwork, but now I am finally going to have my meeting with her. So I just want to bring y'all along. This is my second attempt at a meeting with her, because the first time I messed up. I got the date wrong. I thought it was on Thursday, but it was actually on Wednesday, and I missed it by a day. I had my stuff printed out and done like a week in advance, and so I was just waiting for the day. Ended up missing it. That's my fault though. But here we are. I'm about to go. I know my hair look crazy. I just took out some twists I had in for a week, but it is what it is. But we're about to go. Well, I'm about to go and bring y'all along to my HPAP meeting. I don't think I can have y'all inside, but I'm definitely gonna update y'all about how everything goes. All right, peace. All right, y'all, so I am just getting back from the thing, right? All right, y'all, so I'm just getting back from my appointment. I'm like, there's bittersweet emotions going through me, because I'm happy, but I also am kind of like, bro. So if y'all don't know, I just graduated college. I've been working. I have been working since the age of 14. Okay? Since the age of 14, I've been working. But I just graduated college last May, right? And my parents had claimed me previously, even though I was working, they claimed me. Y'all, I didn't know that I would have to have their W-2s and tax returns as well, because I had my own, but I didn't know that I had to have theirs too. So my process is almost done. I just have to give her their stuff, but I got the approval to start looking at homes today. So basically what today was completing the official application. Like, I got my certificate to say that, you know, I completed the orientation and stuff. Got my certificate for that. So, you know, they did my credit report. She told me my middle credit score. She did, like, we did all of that. I had to sign stuff. She spoke to a lender and a realtor that she's going to refer me to the lender. I have a realtor I want to work with, and she probably has her own lender, but I just wanted to get the referral as well. Like, she has everything. I gave her my pay stubs. I gave her my bank statements. I gave her all of that. Did all of that. She gave me the okay to start looking at houses, which is great. I love that I can go and start looking at houses. Amazing, right? I just hope that they approve my stuff when I turn in my parents' stuff, even though they claim me. Like, I hope my first lender, which is the bank loan, the big one, and then the second trust loan, which is HPAP, because you do have to pay HPAP back. But yeah, anyways, I'm just hoping that it all works out. So I want to start looking at houses, but I'm scared at the same time. I don't know. I need to go send her this stuff ASAP. I'm sitting in my car, y'all. I just hope it all works out. So we hoping and praying that I'm in my house by my birthday. My birthday is in May, so hoping that I'm in my house by my birthday, or at least like closing on my house on my birthday, something of that nature. But hopefully in my house by my birthday. That's the goal. So it's time to start hunting. I know the area I want to live in. There are 2 areas I want to live in within DC. And I'm not settling for less. So there's that. I'm not settling for less. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna live in my 2 areas. Here we go. Alright, hey y'all. So I'm back and I wanted to talk to you guys about my journey. I wanted to have an actual sit down chit chat conversation about my HPAP journey. So to pull up the receipts, I have my computer here. Not literal receipts, but to pull up when I did everything. So I knew I was going to go through this process, and I knew that because I was going to be a DC government employee, because I'm a teacher, that I wanted to, you know, get it going. So I had done my research about how I could get the HPAP process started, and I found out that give me 1 second. I found out that I had to do a 1-hour orientation and then an 8-hour class, right? I already knew about the 8-hour class because my mom, my brother who went through the process also told me. But he went through the process like 5-6 years ago, right? So it's a little different now. So yeah. So I'm looking at it now. October 18th, I registered because I went on there. I found the different places where you can go through and do your HPAP process, and I clicked on one, right? And that was on Tuesday, October 18th. I saw that they were doing the orientation October the 20th, 2 days later, on that Thursday at 5:30. So I was like, boom, perfect, because I would have had to wait till November 17th for the next one. I would have had to wait a whole month, but I got it right then and there, which was perfect. So did the 1-hour orientation on October 20th. Boom. Yeah. So I reached out to the lady. I had a couple questions. I hadn't really heard much back, right? And she didn't do anything rude or anything. She was very informative on the orientation. But I just had a couple questions, hadn't heard anything back. So then I signed up for the 8-hour class because she told us it was being hosted like a week and some change later. So registered for the 8-hour class, had the 8-hour class on October 29th, spent that whole day sitting right here at this dining room table, listening, taking notes. They had a realtor speak, they had a lender speak, it was very informative, y'all, very informative. So then, yeah, November 7th, about a week and some change after the class, she emailed me saying, congratulations, you have completed your 8-hour class, right? That's November 7th. She told me these, and in that email, she says, these are the documents that you have to fill out and get back to us. She sent it out November 7th because I had to get some stuff signed from others. I sent everything back by Friday, November 11th, right? So 3 days later, I sent everything back. I hadn't heard from her. This is November. She sent it out November 7th. So go over the timeline again. Took the class October 29th. She sent it out November 7th. I sent my stuff back November 11th. It is now November 30th, and I'm like, hold on, haven't heard anything. So I say, good afternoon. I just want to follow up and make sure you receive my information. Thank you. Right? I'm reading the emails right here now. I didn't hear anything. This is November the 30th, y'all. The month of December goes by. Then it's heavy into January. And I'm like, hold on. And my mom's like, you haven't heard anything? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, not what are you gonna do, but you need to reach out to them. And I'm like, Mom, I've been calling. I have been calling also on top of emailing her. And this is not to bash her. She's very sweet, but they're backed up. So that's not the point. But I was talking to somebody from where I work at, from the school I work at, and they're going through the HPAP process as well. And they were like, yeah. They hadn't heard from their counselor either. And they left so many voicemails that their counselor voicemail was full. And so they were like, that's the only time they responded to me. So I was like, let me advocate for myself a little bit more. but her voicemail was already full. I ended up calling again. I was like, can I speak to her? They were like, well, she will get back to you. What's your name? I was like, well, who is the supervisor? And they gave me her name. I said, can you transfer me to her? Because I've been calling, I've been emailing, I haven't heard anything. So they transferred me to the supervisor, and the supervisor was like, yeah, I'll check on this for you. So 10 minutes later, she calls me, and we set up a appointment for me to do my application. I'm gonna tell y'all the dates of that as well. I called her on January 30th. That's what I thought. So it had literally been 2 whole months. They say it takes 8 to 10 weeks. I took my class October 29th. So literally it had been November, December, January, 3 whole months. That's 12 weeks. That's past the 8 to 10 week, into 8 to 10 week mark. Okay, so January 30th, we made an appointment, and it was supposed to be for Wednesday, February 8th. Okay, y'all, I don't know what happened because I printed out my paper with my checklist. I wish I had it right here to show y'all. Let me see. Yeah, look at this. I had printed out my checklist, and I put on there big as day. Y'all see this? 2/8/2023. Where did I get the 9th? Thursday the 9th? I don't know. But in my head, it was on Thursday the 9th. My calendar even, it was the 28th, but my calendar did not alert. I mean the 8th, but my calendar did not alert me. So I had everything sitting there for a week. That first day on January 30th, I think that 31st, I had my principal sign what he needed to sign, my landlord sign what they need to sign. I printed out the pay stubs that I could. I got paid the Thursday before. Again, the Thursday before my meeting, printed out that pay stub, had my credit union stuff ready. I was ready. It's just sitting here. It was sitting on the table in a folder, ready. Everything. I did a copy of my ID. I didn't even need to have that. I just was ready, sitting here. It's Wednesday the 8th at like 9 o'clock at night. I look, I'm like, let me double check my appointment. The appointment was Wednesday the 8th at 3:30, 3:45, something like that. It's 9 p.m. I missed my appointment. So figured I missed my appointment. The next day I just went up there. I was like, look, I honestly thought it was today, so I'm just gonna go up there and see what they say. I go up there, y'all, and she's not even there, but they call her for me, and she was like, well, it's supposed to be today. And I thoroughly apologized because I really was sorry, because I don't like feeling like I'm wasting somebody's time. So she said she would call me back and reschedule me. She called. What happened? I called back up there the next day because I hadn't heard anything from her, and it was like 1 o'clock, because she said she would reschedule it for that Friday afternoon, and it was already Friday, like 12 or 1 o'clock. I was on my lunch break. I'm on the phone with a parent, and she calls me at the same time, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever day, blah 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 blah, because I'm just trying to get off, like I'm trying to battle these 2 conversations at the same time. Not really battle, but like handle them. So she ends up scheduling it for Tuesday, February 21st, which is 2 weeks later. And I was like, she literally asked me what day. Why didn't I do last week? But that was fine because I'm off this whole week for the President's Day holiday. We're off this whole week. It's our winter break. So that was fine to go in today because I got to get my mind together. I did not know, since my parents had claimed me, that I had to bring their stuff. I just spent like an hour and some change scanning all their stuff to send to her, on top of like printing, like making copies of it so I can have, because I'm gonna need the same stuff for my bank loan. No, I feel kind of upset because I couldn't get the amount that I would be approved for today, and I couldn't get my official like here we go because I didn't have that stuff. So I have to wait until, you know, she gets all that stuff as well. I sent it to her about 6 p.m. tonight, but she's off. She has a family. Like, nobody's thinking about work, so I'll see like if it get done tomorrow. I just wish I could have had it all then and there, so it just could have gotten taken care of. Everything happens for a reason, so that's where I'm at with it now. She did say technically at this point people can go and start looking at houses. So I have a realtor who I've known for a little minute, and she's gonna recommend me to one of her lenders who works with HPAP and everything. So yeah, I probably should have told. I didn't know though at the moment that this realtor would be representing me, but she confirmed that she would meet with me and stuff today. So that was after my appointment. She actually called like when I was in the middle of getting the tax stuff together to send to my counselor, my HPAP counselor. So she actually called then and spoke to me and was like, yeah. And I was like, which is kind of perfect because I just came out my meeting. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's Tuesday, February 21st at 9:17 p.m. And here we are. I'm like, I don't know how to feel because I want to be happy. I want to be like, yeah, I get to go start looking for houses, but I don't know how much money I'm gonna get yet. I don't know how long this process will take. She says it usually takes 60 days from the day you do your application. My application wasn't fully in today, so. And she has a lot of clients, like she has a lot of clients, period. So yeah, I will check back in with y'all when I have more updates, but this is gonna be one whole big vlog of everything from the HPAP process. And then yeah, I may make a, it might, it's just me talking to myself at this point. It might be a whole vlog of the whole buying a home process, or it might just be an HPAP process, a realtor process, a closing on a house video. So yeah, here we are, y'all. I'm gonna end the video here. I'll see y'all in the next clip. Peace. All right, hey y'all, I know I'm looking like crazy, but y'all just gotta hear this news. So, and this is the next day. It's only February 22nd. It's like 10, not even 10:30 in the morning, maybe like 10:20 on the dot. Yeah. So yesterday I told y'all that I spoke with the realtor that I want to work with after I came from my meeting and stuff, and she said she would have somebody reach out to me, a lender. So today the lender called just now, like literally a minute ago. The lender called maybe 5 minutes ago, and he was like, oh, you're already doing the HPAP process? Bet. So I'm gonna make it real easy. I'm sending you the loan application, just fill it out and I can tell you how much you will be pre-approved for. So I'm about to fill it out now so I can get the amount that I will be pre-approved for, so I can actually start looking at houses, y'all. So here we go. I'm just happy. I just had to come and update y'all. So I'm about to fill that out and stuff. And yeah. Yeah, I look how I feel right now, because here it is, 2:18. So he sent me that at 10 o'clock this morning, and I've had so many questions, and I'm the kind of person, I don't feel like, I hate feeling like I'm pressing someone out. So I've called him twice, and I've had to text him, and I've had to call my realtor about a question, and I called the HPAP counselor about a question. It's just such a nerve-wracking process to have to ask people questions and stuff, and I need to call the HPAP lady and make sure she got my stuff. So it's just, I'm trying the best I can. That's what I have to remember. I am only 22 years old. I'm about to be 23 in a couple months, but I don't know everything. I'm learning. This is my first time doing the process. I've called my cousin, I've called my mom, I've called everybody to ask questions, because I have questions. I can't feel bad for having questions. And the lady told me yesterday, you don't know. No question is dumb. If you don't know, you don't know. Ask the question. I just have to ask the questions. I don't know. I have to heal that. I don't know all the answers, and so I'm learning. And if I have a question, I have a question, because I want to know the answer and I want to do it right. But it is 2:20 and my my application's officially in. So we're gonna see what happens, y'all. Woosah. Woosah. Going to look at a house because I saw one in the area I want to be. I have 2 specific areas that I really want to be in. And so we're going to look at a house in one of the areas.
All I say is be flexible, be open.
I'm being open to the bedrooms, the amount of bedrooms and the amount of bathrooms. That's what I'm being open to. But to the areas, I'm not being open.
Be open. Because something may come and surprise you. Be open.
Anyway, so it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. So we just want to go look at it. It's in the ideal area, but it's not exactly the ideal house. It's nicely remodeled on the inside. But
be open.
Flexible with everything else. I don't want to be flexible with the areas. I'm not living in Northwest. That's a no. Northwest and Southwest. Northwest, Southwest. Southeast is only a maybe because you cross right there. Northeast and Southeast, but Southwest if it's waterfront. That's if I go the condo route though. I don't know. We'll see. I'll show y'all the house. Alright, so this is the house that we came to look at. It's really cute. Has a nice little driveway and stuff. So I left my camera at home, so the quality may be a little different. But we went house hunting today and we've seen some beautiful places. Kind of close to where I want to be. So I'm being open-minded about it. But just gorgeous. And then I saw a house on my grandmother's street, but it's out of my price range. But that's not the point. It just makes sense how they like redid the same layout from her house, and that just made me even more excited. But I met with the realtor, well, not a realtor, but the lady that was showing me one of the condos over here, and so I am going to meet back up with her at 4 to go look at some other condos that she's selling as well. So yeah, now it's 3:12 and now we're going to a little across the road to go look at a house over here for sale. So we just have some exciting things, and I'm gonna include the clips of stuff because I recorded the first condo we went to. I did not record the second one, but yeah. update y'all on my HPAP stuff. So I finally got my notice of eligibility yesterday. I had called the people who do the underwriting myself because my counselor was playing around. She had sent it in. She had told me that she was sending it in April 5th. First, she told me she was sending it in the last week of February and it would be 60 days. So I called the 60 days. That was April like 5th. And she was like, I haven't sent it in yet. I was waiting on some more money. I'll send it in today. Call her back when the 30 days had passed, so May 5th. She said, I sent it in on April 18th. I called the actual people who do the underwriting. She hadn't sent it in till April 27th, but he was like, I'm gonna do it this week. This week turned into Friday of that week, which was Friday, May 12th. And he sent to her that day that I didn't, what happened? That I didn't have, like, pieces of my bank statement was missing. So she had actually emailed me that day, but I didn't know, so I ended up calling her and him on that Monday to see, and I sent it to her. She said she was gonna send it in. I ended up just sending it to him myself because I called him back on Thursday yesterday, and he was like, I never got anything from your counselor. So I said, can I send it to you myself? I sent it to him at 1 p.m. By 2:30, I had got my notice of eligibility. So we are officially official. I signed it today, Friday, May 19th, and sent it in. And so we are officially doing the home buying process. All right, hey guys. Today is May 27th, 2023, and I just came from viewing houses. I didn't get to check in with y'all because I was running late because I was going to pick up my brother. So I just came from viewing, let me see, 1 2 3 4, I think 5 houses today. So the one that I thought I was gonna like, because I'm looking in this particular neighborhood and the first 2 houses were in that neighborhood, the one that I thought I was gonna like is the second one y'all are gonna see, and it was ideal. It had the basement, it had the it was a bigger size than the other house in the neighborhood, and I didn't like it as much because she said it looked like a water problem and a rodent problem, and they have tailed some of the stuff. So like they took out, because it used to be all carpet, they took out some of the carpet. You could see like where they left just pieces of carpet, or they didn't put wood all the way across, like it's pieces of wood missing and stuff. So they have tailed a lot of stuff. Those kind of things kind of messed up what I thought would be the dream house, because it had the porch, it had the basement, it had everything. I mean, I could get money off and have to do that myself, but I don't want to deal with no rodent problem, period. I don't think I found my dream, my house today, but I definitely saw some good prospects. The second one though, it's not in the best neighborhood, y'all. It's, my brother calls it hood adjacent. It's hood adjacent. And I don't like the neighborhood, but I love the house. It does not have a basement, but it's a nice spacious house. Yeah, today was my first official day of house hunting, and I don't know, it was cool. Not what I expected, because the house I expected to like I really didn't like, and the two I didn't expect to like at all I really loved. And yeah, so just keep watching. OMG, y'all, so much has happened. So much has happened since the last time I picked up this camera. So hi everybody, today is June the 5th, 8:26 p.m. okay, June 5th. And guess what, I'm about to sign an offer letter on a house. Okay, so I can't even, I gotta sit down because I'm too excited. Let me set y'all up, hold on. Guys, oh my goodness. I just officially signed my offer letter for, I mean, honestly, a dream house. A dream house for me. Perfect for me at the stage I am in life. Perfect. And I just signed the offer letter, and my real estate agent is about to send it over. This is amazing. amazing. This process has been going on since October. Just me trying to get the HPAP money for the house. So by May 18th, I'm pulling it up on my computer so I can see all the emails. May 18th, he sent me my notice of eligibility, and then I sent over the notice of eligibility to my lender. But I also was like, well, like my salary just went up. It still worked out where I was still in the same bracket for the HPAP money, but it went up, so I went to see if my lender could give me a little bit more money. And so he adjusted it about $15,000, but for the DC market, that wasn't really giving me what I wanted. May 24th, he sent it to me adjusted a little bit with that $15,000. So like I was saying, we went out, I was looking at houses, and then my realtor and I, about a week later, because she was sending me houses, went to go look at houses. And I knew the neighborhood. There were 2 neighborhoods I wanted to live in. I knew the 2 neighborhoods. I knew the kind of house I wanted. I wanted a finished basement, and I wanted it renovated. I didn't want to have to come in and have to do anything. But I just knew what I wanted. I knew we could make it work. So my realtor and I, after seeing that house, had a conversation, and we were like, yeah, we need to go up. We need like $35,000 more to really get us at the market we want. That was Friday. Friday was June the 2nd. We talked about getting $35,000. We didn't leave the house till like 152, 155. And I was like, it's no point of going to see this house now, because from what I knew, I didn't have that extra $35,000 that could possibly give me that house. My mom had sent me this house 2 weeks ago, and I looked at it. I was like, well, I can't, that's not in my price bracket, so let me not get too into it, right? Like, the place was about to close. By the time we were going to get there, it was going to be 2:02. These people wrapped up at 2. I know the realtor wanted to go home. They decided we're going to go anyway. So I told them the address after they asked me like 10 times. And we ended up going over there. I didn't even go up the steps. My mom, she goes up. It's open. Guess what the lady's name was that was the realtor selling this house? Tiara, spelled the same way. We go in the house. The realtor is so warm. My mom's like, you're Tiara, she's Tiara too. And we're just talking, kiki-kiing. We're viewing the house. I'm falling in love. All those other houses that I showed you guys, there was no like passion. I wasn't feeling them. I walked in, I was like, that's not catching me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Officially, with my pre-approval letter, I had seen about 7 to 10 houses, 6 to 10 houses, right? But for months now, since January, February, my mom and I have been going to open houses, specifically in the 2 areas that I really wanted to be in, because I have been looking for this wow feeling. And I know everybody's probably like, girl, it's not about a feeling, but for me, it really was about that feeling. So I'm in the basement, looking at the basement, talk to my mom. My realtor calls me, and she's like, congratulations. And I'm like, congratulations. She's like, I talked to the lender and we got the extra money. I was like, that's so exciting, because I'm at this house right now that I really love. But the listing price for the house that I was at, even though we had just gotten $35,000, it was another $10,000 on top of that. And she was like, what's the address? So I told her the address. She looked it up. She's like, oh, well, that's 10 over what we just got. And I just got that amount of money for us. And she was like, but I'll send it to him and see what he says. So she sent it to him. And she's like, we gonna see what he say. We just gonna see. That evening, I saw another house in the second neighborhood that I really, really liked, which at first was my top pick neighborhood, but those houses were just too out of my price range for right now. But there was one, now that I had gotten that extra $35,000, there was one. So it was right in my budget compared to the house. The dream house, which was $45,000 over, this house was right in my budget now. Like the house, beautiful, like the way they renovated that house was so beautiful. So as y'all can see, the basement killed it for me. And then And as I told you before, one of my biggest things was having a finished basement, or just having a basement, because even if that basement wasn't finished, that's something I could have done. It would have taken extra, but it could have been a possibility. But I didn't want to have to do anything. I wanted it to be move-in ready. That basement killed it, and the size of that second bedroom just wasn't doing it at all. Loved everything else. Loved the way they designed it. Loved the backyard. But there also was a tree right next to the house that I felt like was going to cause a little problems, because all the branches were kind of over my house, and and I liked the house. I liked it a lot, but the way that I was excited for Dream House the day before was just different. When I went to see Dream House on Saturday, it was just me and my parents. My realtor took me to see the other house, right? And that was on Sunday. So she's like, well, you really like the other house, but what do you think about it? And we're trying to talk, and we're comparing it, and we're talking about the wow factor, the design in the second house, but the openness of Dream House and all that kind of stuff. She was like, well, let's just go see this Dream House of yours. So we drove over there so she could see Dream House, because she hadn't seen it. My mom and I had. She's like, well, if you had to pick right now, like all the money was available, like which one would you pick now? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I feel like I would pick this one though. She asked, so if you were to rent an Airbnb, which one would you pick? That's the question she asked me. I was like, this one, because if I had like my friends and stuff, you know how people fight over the size of bedrooms, nobody would feel cheated here, because even the 2 bedrooms on the top floor, they're kind of equal in size, and then the bedroom in the basement has its own full bathroom. That helped me weigh it out a lot, because that showed me that I like the setup a lot more. And yeah, so, and she was like, well, I don't know what the lender's gonna say. So the lender called me that afternoon, Sunday afternoon. I was at Costco actually. He was like, I don't know if we could do this.
I don't know if we can pull this off at 460. But if we did, it would be about $2,200 payment per month.
Okay.
Is that something that you would like to work with?
That's a great question. I feel like, right.
No, because that could be a lot, and I wanted to go over it with you. And then, you know, I need to see what the rates are going to look like tomorrow to really give you proper information, you know?
Yeah.
So you let me know. I wanted to at least give you that much, okay? So you can think about it.
Okay.
I thought that was a little bit higher than what we had discussed earlier, but, you know, but let's talk some numbers so at least you can think about it. And then when we talk tomorrow, you know, you can actually get back with me and say, okay, Mike, you know, because you and I are going to kind of dissect this thing tomorrow. Okay. I feel a lot better talking to you about it tomorrow, because then that way I have the rates. I don't really know what the rates are looking like and where they're going to be at by the time, you know, I get it going, okay?
Right. Okay.
All right. If that works for you, that's my plan. And then, you know, we can go from there, okay?
Okay. Thank you for calling me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It was just a lot to weigh out. But this house, again, just felt right. It's just, I know that's my house. Today he calls. I was in a meeting, but he called and I didn't answer. I told him I couldn't answer, so he emailed over the pre-approval letter with the $45,000 extra dollars. Yay! So got that, and so she called me. She was like, he pre-approved it, so which house do you want? And I was like, Dream House for sure. And she said, okay, I'm about to send over this offer letter. So she sent over the offer letter. And the way the offer letter goes is with HPAP, they already paid the closing costs. And, well, here's the explanation. I was talking to my mom and explained this. Okay, so I just spoke with Shantae. The reason that we are given the whole price, right, is because I won't have to pay closing costs. That's what that equals out to. Because she was like, if we negotiate $7,500 to $10,000 less, then I'll have to come out of pocket with paying closing costs instead of having them just pay it up front by giving them the listed price, and HPAP pays the rest of my closing costs anyway, so I don't have to come out of pocket for it. She said have $2,000 just in case, but you shouldn't have to come out of pocket at all. Even though I'm giving them the money, then they spend it to close the house, and they're paying for the insurance on the house and all the inspections.
Do you get any money back in your pocket?
Probably
Probably
not.
not.
But that's okay. We put the offer in on Dream House, so we're gonna see what they say. The closing date will be at the end of July, 2 days before I leave for a cruise. So we're gonna really see what they say. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. I'm just grateful y'all get to come on this journey with me. But yeah, we're gonna see. I'm gonna check back in again. It's June 5th, 2023. We're gonna see what they say about that offer letter. It's 9 o'clock at night. She sent it in tonight. She said we're gonna see what they say tomorrow. So we're gonna see. Talk to y'all later.